Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. Continuing on with, actually, I should say this. It is Friday, the 19th of February, 2021, 11:27 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you hear something that sounds like construction, thudding, that would be my 9-month-old son learning that he can make a lot of noise by jumping up and down in the jumperoo thing that he has. Oh, it's very loud. So moving on. I want to talk about our trade setups that we've been talking about throughout the week here with the Euro Aussie, Euro Kiwi, Pound Aussie, Pound Kiwi. We had an entry trigger and then promptly got stopped out of it. Had a nice, went up 60, then I think maybe 80-ish pips from the low. This is the 40 pip chart actually. Let me show you what it looked like yesterday. And now what we have here is this beautiful pattern called the blow-up. Well, you've heard of blow-off tops before. That's when things move into these extreme ranges where, they've moved up and up for a long time. And then all of a sudden it's like there's a massive explosive move even higher. This is the inverse of that for the Euro Aussie. We have a blow-off bottom. We have a also, it's kind of sometimes called a capitulation move. And I want to show you how kind of nuts this move is by looking at the 5 pip 3-box reversal chart. That's this one right here for the Euro Aussie. So this is the 5 pip 3-box reversal chart. All right. And, there's been some pretty big swings, but nothing going back to, I don't know how far back we want to go. Well, I looked on the other charts, going back to 1999, when you're using the Deutschmark as the measure instead of the euro. There has never been a column like this on the euro dollar. This is massive. This is a 180 pip range with not a single retracement yet. All right. So this requires some pretty active management, but this is a blow-off bottom, and I'm smiling when I'm talking about this because these are the best setups to find. These are just awesome. These are ones that I love taking and holding over into the weekend if you want to risk that. But the entry here, we can do that off of the 5 pip 3-box reversal chart. It's not something I usually do a lot, but when I see something like this, it's like this is like a gift horse in the mouth. It would be at 1.543. Is that right? Yeah, 1.5435, actually. 5435. Got those changed around. 1.5435. Now, obviously, if it goes lower, we would add lower. But that's what we're looking at. And then I want to take a look at so this is the 20 pip chart. So we had that reversal entry occur that triggered to go long. All it did is reverse. We got stopped out at 3-box reversal, no biggie. And then it continues further south. And that's pretty much where we're at now. Then even on the 10 pip 3-box reversal chart, we've got a pretty substantial column here without any type of retracement. This is 170 pips versus the 180 pips down here. And something that is really ideal about these is when you see big moves like this, when something has already been trending in a certain direction over a long period of time. And for foreign currencies, a long period of time is really anything going over to a year or more, which we are at. Well, we're pretty close to it. This is the sign of a bottom. This is the sign of a pretty the severity of the drop down here will be matched with the severity of a spike higher. All right. So that's on the Euro Aussie. The Euro Kiwi. Or did I hit the Euro Loonie by accident? I think I hit the Euro Loonie. This is an entirely amazing style of positioning that we can find here. The Euro Kiwi has the same situation. We have the 20 pip 3-box reversal chart. continuing lower lows. With the exception of the 3-box reversal here, this is a 115 pip range versus it's pretty much the same. It's about 180 pips. Actually, this one's, about 180 pips down from there. And so this is pretty much the same theory. This requires active management, though, because if it drops down another box, you want to adjust this. But profit target at 1.660, or sorry, that'd be 5, 10, 16615. Sorry, 20. That's not the profit target. That'd be the buy stop. Yeah, the euro Kiwi also has this blow off bottom setup. These are awesome. We were waiting for that triple top to occur. That did not play out, and so we're going to be looking at this on the 5 pip 3-box reversal, or if you wanted to on the 10 pip, you could look at the long entry. Point figure is a lot of fun. It's just about waiting. Point figure is about waiting for price to come to you. Now let's look at the pound Aussie. That one's going to look pretty fun as well. This is all over the place. So on the pound Aussie, we really don't have a change here for a buy because that hasn't changed. I mean, now we have a quadruple top that we could get, that we would want to get in on at 140.80. That's 100 pips above where we're presently at. On the 10 pip 3-box reversal chart, actually this is the 20 pip 3-box reversal chart. This one should be the 10. There we go. Nothing there. So pound Aussie, nothing's changed for us there. Pound Kiwi. Now the pound Kiwi is one where we might want to look at the entry here. So this is the 20 pip. This one's a good wait till the weekend. Let's check out the pound dollar and want to go over a little bit more analysis here too with these pairs. Pound dollar, blow off top pattern. And then the Australian dollar, US dollar, that's another one. This guy right here, this is a massive blow off top waiting to retrace too on the AUD USD. So this is 130 pip range, which is pretty substantial for the Aussie dollar. And we would put our short at 78.50. Sell stop at 0.7850. And obviously we would adjust it as it moved higher, but that's what we're looking at for here. Now I want to go over to my more detailed and analytical charts because I want to talk about a couple pairs here as they relate to the Aussie dollar, the Euro Aussie. So yeah, here it is. So these kind of diagonal lines here, this is the longitudinal position of Neptune, and it's the squared. So this is every 90 degrees of Neptune, and then it's transposed onto a chart. So this is a monthly chart of the Euro Aussie. We could look at the weekly, which is usually what I do. But for whatever reason, astronomical levels are really, really, really important in financial markets as far as establishing price levels and time cycles. And so it's not a surprise. Probably, I mean, if this is new, something you've never seen before, it's probably pretty wild. You might even think this is dumb, but it's not. It's actually a really, really powerful form of analysis. When we look at where the low is at, so this is the weekly. It's a weekly, but pretty powerful downside pressure all week. We're right up against the bottom of this support line of Neptune on the Euro Aussie's chart. So expect to see some bounce here very, very, very soon. Could it drop a little bit more? Sure, it could drop down another, what is that? 60-ish pips from where it's currently at. But that's what we're looking at there. Over the last 3 weeks, I mean, this has been, we've gone from 159.37 all the way down to where we're at 415. That's 520-ish pips in 1 month, and we're not even done with the month yet. We're like, we've got about a little over a week left of the month. But again, let's look at that monthly chart. That is one of the most bearish looking months that we've had since the initial drop in March of last year. So it's not a surprise that we see this kind of activity as we're approaching an entire year of these downside moves. I mean, if we look at the year, if we want to look at the range of last year, the range of last year was almost 4,000 pips. That's pretty nuts. And we are in 2021 right now. The range here is 618 pips. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. So also, we're looking at the third. I mean, we've still got a lot of the year left, but let's look at third month, third year down. Okay, let's take a look at the Euro Kiwi. Euro Kiwi. Euro Kiwi has some strong support lower at 164.90. It's about 100 pips lower from where we're at, but this is also a blow-off move to the south. Pound Aussie. Pound Aussie previously did find support right up against, this is Jupiter's, so this green diagonal line here, this is Jupiter's longitudinal position. It's the 360-degree angle, so this is every 0 or 360 degrees, that's where the line gets plotted. And for the Pound Aussie, that is the primary support structure, which we've traded up against. And we are still finding support against it. We'll see what happens next week, but that's how that looks. We're not against any structure there. So the Euro Aussie so far is the only one that we see that with. Then we got the Pound Kiwi. Kind of in the middle of stuff there, no biggie. Let's look at the pound dollar real quick. So the pound dollar is trading up against this Euclidean fib level. And even though it's pierced above into it, don't read a lot into it. Just look at the extremely overdone levels in our RSI and the composite index on the weekly chart. We're at these historical highs. These are the highest RSI levels that we've had since January of 2018. And we do have divergence that exists between the RSI and the composite index. But then the pound yen, this is the beautiful one. So this has gone all the way up to the upper bounds of the range that we've looked at last week with these guys, and it's right up against the what line is this here? This is Saturn's. Yeah, Saturn's longitudinal line. That's right where we're at. Blow off top from a rising wedge. This is a beautiful shorting opportunity we've got in front of us. So look out for this one. And just because we looked at it a little bit last week, the Kiwi Loonie actually looks like it could move up a lot more if it wanted to, right up to 78.30, 78.40-ish. We'll have to watch how that one plays out. Otherwise, that does it for me. Definitely still looking at some longs on the Euro Aussie, Euro Kiwi. And those are the only two I'm looking at right off the top of my head. And shorts on the pound yen and pound dollar. But we'll look more at those on Monday. Y'all have a good rest of your trade day. Take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend. And from all of us here at Exchange Rates UK TV, please don't forget to like and subscribe.